What's going on, guys? Welcome to a Columbus Day edition of Insider BA's Room Mill. As always, I am your host, Insider BA. Alongside me is my co-host for this week, the Enforcer, Nate, as himself. Nate,
Back for another one.
thanks for joining this week's episode. Obviously, this is not live. This is pre-taped for because it's a holiday. We have a very busy schedule here on the SmackTalk crew, so it could be a quick episode for you, just like last time for Labor Day's edition. Basically, if you don't already follow us on social media, hit us up all in the links. It's going to be right below this video. Basically, My Fantasy Sports Talk, of course, always one of our biggest, greatest followers, supporters. They're definitely going to be getting this across to their platforms, social media platforms, and all like that. But this week's episode, I have 4 top rumors, and that's it, just because it's holiday edition. Basically, Pete Dunne might be injured. The Elite might be WWE bound by the end of this year. And I'm going to remind you about the NWO announcement, and of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson might be appearing on next week's SmackDown 1000, I guess, 1000 episode of SmackDown Live next week. So that's some big news right there. But as always, if you don't want to listen to rumors, I don't know why you clicked on this video, because I ain't live, so you already know what I do. I give you rumors every week before wrestling begins on Monday nights. It's that simple. If you don't want to hear it, tune out, but please follow, share, do everything to get this video across. But as I was saying, Pete Dunne, I don't know if you know who Pete Dunne is, but he's like one of those guys that's just like, United Kingdom. He is the current United Kingdom champion, and right now he might have a foot injury, but it is not that serious, so they're not going to strip him of his UK championship. Fun fact actually about him today, I believe, don't quote me, actually I checked Wikipedia, so if it's correct, it is, but sometimes it's not. But it's saying today he has his 505th day as the United Kingdom champion. Now, if you all know, Brock Lesnar, it was a former Universal champion, and he actually had 504 days. So that means the record that Brock Lesnar just broke CM Punk, and then he set the new modern day reign, is not just been broken again by Pete Dunne himself. He did it at 505, and basically he is the new longest reigning champion in the modern history of the WWE. It's
kind of quiet, right? You think you'd hear more?
Exactly. It's you think it'd definitely be out there in the on Instagram and stuff like that, like a picture of him, but maybe, I don't know, they don't want to really, I don't support the United Kingdom, but they do. It's weird. It's so maybe I haven't checked social media, so maybe they have said something that he just broke Brock Lesnar's record, but I don't know. But I believe someone else is on the horizon of, actually no, never mind. Cedric Alexander just lost at
that's right, he did.
At pay-per-view Super Showdown this past Saturday, which was the main event, saved the show. I'll just leave it at that. But of course, next top rumor, the Elite. If you don't know who the Elite are, they're in New Japan Wrestling, indie scenes, of course. It's Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. Of course, they have to come to WWE, right? Well, let me tell you this. They might be on their way to the WWE soon as next year. According to some, plans are already underway for them to make the jump to WWE. Now, Kenny Omega only signed on 1 year this past year in January, so I don't think he'd be available for Royal Rumble, beginning of which is the January's pay-per-view. The Young Bucks, I don't know their contract situation, but the fact that they've always been hinting at it. Will they ever make the jump? I think they will, even though I don't think they should. Just because of the fact that Vince doesn't know what's right, and he always screws it up. As you can see by today's product, you have Roman Reigns as your champion. I'm not going to talk about Roman Reigns, even though his name somehow always ends up out of my mouth. I don't know if you're a Roman Reigns fan, are you?
I'm not, I don't care.
You don't care? All right.
Yeah. He doesn't bother me, is what I should say. I don't care. See, yeah. I'm neutral on him.
Neutral, okay. Yeah. You're neutral.
Not my favorite, he's not my least favorite.
Right, yeah. Because of him, everything's wrong on Raw. I'll just leave it at that. Done. But something else happening. I'm going to give you the reminder of a rumor I gave you maybe about a month ago here on the room, Insider BA's Rumor. You can check out previous episodes on our YouTube channel, of course. Check it out. It's just search in SmackTalk, People's Podcast, or Insider BA's Rumor Mill, and it's going to pop right up. Just check out previous rumors that I've said in the previous weeks. Basically, the rumor that I said was the rumor to reunite on WWE television. I said before that it could be like a WWE Network special or whatever it is, but it's saying that they might be like reuniting on actual W television. I don't understand how that's going to make sense with the current storylines. Maybe for Survivor Series coming up, but they do have a shocking announcement for the end of October. Today is the 8th, so it's the 8th, right?
Today is the 8th.
Today is the 8th. So 10/8/18. This is episode 10. If you didn't know that. At the end of this month, they might have some shocking announcement. I don't know what they're gonna do, but this somehow can pretty much bring Hulk Hogan back to television, because I know that Saudi Arabia, which is going to be happening November 2nd, don't quote me on that, Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia people, I guess you can say, I don't know how to classify them, Saudi Arabians?
Yeah,
why not?
I would think so.
They want Hulk Hogan to be on Crown Jewel, so this is probably the setup, maybe, and maybe we'll get an NWO. I don't know. I don't think Scott Hall can really wrestle anymore. He's kind of old.
Just let it go, man.
Just let it go. But last rumor, someone who is not going to let it go, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, he is rumored, of course, to be appearing at next year's WrestleMania in a potential matchup with Roman Reigns for the champion. He's also rumored to be an odds-on favorite to win the Royal Rumble this year. Could set up that match. I don't know if Saudi Arabia... Saudi Arabia does want him for Crown Jewel. So this could be the setup for basically The Rock, because next week is SmackDown 1000, October 16. Yes, 16. Yes. October 16, Tuesday, is going to be the 1000th episode of SmackDown Live, which is pretty epic, because if you don't remember how the SmackDown name was made, it was The Rock himself. His promos, his catchphrase was "Layeth the SmackDown." Fast forward probably a few months later, on I think it was Thursday nights back then. It was pre-taped, of course. You have SmackDown, the show, to compete with Monday Night Raw. So great that next week could potentially be the return of The Rock on SmackDown 1000. I know I've been saying it the past weeks. The rumors are getting stronger. You can't have a 1000th episode of SmackDown Live without Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Am I right?
Not.
He's like a founding father.
He has to be there.
He has to be there. It just makes sense, And of course, it could set up the future feud with, I don't think it will, with Roman Reigns and stuff like that, because he's on Raw. Unless both brands are going to compete on SmackDown 1000. I don't know the layout of the show. If I did, man, I'd really be Insider BA to like the next level. But I'm sorry, I don't have that. But this is the holiday episode. That is it for rumors. Everything I said today, take it with a grain of salt, of course. And if you haven't already, like, share this video. Follow all of our social media. The links are in the description below. And, of course, I will be seeing you all next week right before Monday Night Raw. As always, this video will be posted before Raw goes live in about an hour and a half, believe it or not. So I got to get the editing going and getting this to you guys to see the rumors for this upcoming wrestling week. As always, Insider BA.
The Enforcer Nate.
And we are tuning out. I'll see you all next week. Too sweet.
Too sweet.